Here are the nominees for Event of the Year. Ukrainian Renaissance, Region, Europe. It would have been easy for SFL Europe to close up shop in Ukraine, but the enemies of liberty don't seem to rest, so neither does SFL. Young people, those who have the greatest stake in what happens to Ukraine after the war, gathered under the SFL banner to plot out a freer future and a peaceful and prosperous one. In Ivano-Frank-ivsk, Ukraine, nearly 150 attendees talked, debated, and planned for the future of Ukraine as an integral part of Europe. The conference was organized by SFL's Czech Republic group and executed with Ukrainian Students for Freedom. Highlighting the challenges and risks these brave young students were facing, just 2 months later, the Ukrainian Renaissance's venue was partially destroyed by a Russian bomb. But thanks to their indomitable spirit and thirst for freedom, students, doctors, politicians, economists, and historians came together to work toward a future where entrepreneurs and free markets keep building what war cannot destroy: a prosperous Ukraine. Free Speech Summit, Dartmouth University, Region, North America. College campuses are hotbeds of cancel culture and often reject free speech and the open exchange of ideas. Unwilling to stand idly by, students from SFL's Dartmouth chapter not only spoke up for free speech, they modeled it. Nadine Strawson, former head of the ACLU, gave the keynote address and spoke about the shocking state of free speech, or the lack thereof, on college campuses. Dr. Peter Boghossian, Spike Cohen, and Billy Binion, among others, talked about the importance of deep understanding over superficial debate, conservative and libertarian journalism, government and online censorship, and the evolving role of academic institutions and why free expression is critical if these institutions are to fulfill their missions. Demonstrating not just the why, but the how to exchange ideas freely and openly is a vintage SFL move. The Free Speech Summit was a success for another reason. Our Dartmouth students raised more than $18,000, the most ever for a one-day event in SFL North American history. Entrepreneurs of Tomorrow, Region, Brazil. At Students for Liberty, we know that our classical liberal ideas work. But what if you've never heard these ideas? What if you never met anyone who knows them? Those are the challenges that SFL Brazil is addressing with its innovation hubs. These hubs bring underprivileged high school students together to learn about entrepreneurship, personal responsibility, and economic growth. The largest, hosting more than 250 young people, took place in the city of Porto Alegre. 2 entrepreneurs from difficult childhoods themselves spoke about their rise from poverty through the application of classical liberal principles. Students attended workshops to practice networking and negotiation skills, after which the entrepreneurs began personal mentorships with the kids, several of whom have since secured their first jobs. Everyone in attendance received classical liberal texts, and when the students left at the end of the day, they did so with more hope for the future and not just the intellectual resources, but the practical skills to make it a brighter one. Those are your nominees for Event of the Year.